Oh. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti Om. I honor you. I respect you. I love you. I set you free. I honor you. I respect you. I love you. I set you free. I honor you. I respect you. I love you. I set you free. I honor me. I respect me. I love me. I set me free. I honor me. I respect me. I love me. I set me free. I honor me. I respect me. I love me. I set me free. I am my I am presence, and I am one with my Father, Mother God. I am also one with the I am presence of every man, woman, and child on earth, the entire company of heaven, the angelic kingdom, the elemental kingdom, and Gaia, Mother Earth. I give heartfelt and sincere thanks for the sacred gift of my life, and of life itself. I ask my I am presence to consecrate every thought, word, feeling, and action which I express throughout this day with more love and more light for myself and my world. Peace, peace, peace. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. May all beings be happy, safe, joyous, and at peace. May all beings see, know, and understand we are one. May love and light return to the hearts and minds of humanity. Peace, peace, peace. Aho, Ashe. Alhamdulillah, Shah. Amen. Namaste. Peace. Lord, make me an instrument of thy peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is sorrow, joy. Where there is darkness, light. O Divine Master, grant that I may not so much seek to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love. For it is in giving that we receive, it is in pardoning that we are forgiven, and it is in dying that we are born to eternal life. I am here only to be truly helpful. I am here to represent him who sent me. I do not have to worry about what to say or what to do, because he who sent me will direct me. I am content to be wherever he wishes, knowing he goes there with me. I will be healed as I let him teach me to heal. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He maketh me lie down in the tall grass. He prepare a table before me in the presence of my foes. He anoints my head with oil. My cup runneth over. He leadeth me on a path of righteousness for his name's sake. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. He restoreth my soul. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Deep breath. My beloved God, help me to value my self-worth as an individual, to know that I am perfect and unique because I am your child, my God. Help me to recognize my own individual personality. Please help me to believe in myself, to be the person you say I am. And most of all, help me to love myself because I am your child. With your love, my God, I know I can do this. Thank you for helping me. Amen. Take a breath into that. Lorna Byrne, prayer of healing. Pour out thy healing angels, thy heavenly host upon me and this world, and upon those that I love. Let me feel the beam of thy healing angels upon me, the light of your healing hands. I will let thy healing begin, whatever way God grants it. Pour out thy healing angels, thy heavenly host upon me, and upon those that I love. Let me feel the beam of thy healing angels upon me, the light of your healing hands. I will let thy healing begin, whatever way God grants it. Last time. Pour out thy healing angels, thy heavenly host upon me, and upon those that I love. Let me feel the beam of thy healing angels upon me, the light of your healing hands. I will let thy healing begin, whatever way God grants it. Take a deep breath. All right, we'll leave it there. Thank you, thank you. Good morning. Peace and blessings. Peace, peace, peace. How you doing out there? Welcome. Great to have you. There's Margaret. Good morning, Margaret. Welcome to Morning Poems and Prayers. Year 10. Monday through Thursday, live from 9 to 10 Ireland time. 9 to 10 a.m. It's been a blue sky and sunlight out there, for heaven's sakes. We haven't seen that for a while. Thank you, God. How was your weekend? Mine was rocking. I'm still recovering. It was wonderful. A lot to be grateful for. A lot to pray about, my friends. Yeah. Our brothers and sisters in Iran. And how that's all coming together. I'm going to start with this one, Walk for Peace. I'm so grateful. This is Paige Thomas DeHart. I'm so grateful to have finally found my tribe here with you. I've been on my journey for 40 years and have practiced the universal principles common to Hinduism, the Self-Realization Fellowship, that's Yogananda, Buddhism, the 12 steps, and mystic Christianity ever since. Christian nationalists tell us there is only one way to the top of the mountain, but we're not meant to build tents on mountaintops for all to see. We're meant to go back down to the valley where the people are suffering. This is an inside job, and the only way out is within. My personal inspiration began the day I began my journal at age 16. On my 25th birthday in 1986, a great thought came to me. It said, "You are loved, and it's not too late to change the path you are on. Do not be afraid, for I am with you always, even until the end of the age." That was the beginning of a beautiful relationship that blazes to this day. I know that this movement is the beginning of a mass awakening because I have been journaling for 50 years. And what was to come, that is now here, is all over the journals. Expect beauty, peace, and love, and you will see. Expect beauty, peace, and love, and you will see it. Expect the worst, and you will see it too. It's all in how you choose to perceive the world of illusion. Live one day at a time and make it something beautiful. Peace has no hands or feet on earth without the walkers of the way. The walk has given me the courage of my own convictions, so I don't care if my youngest sister thinks we're all going to hell. I've got one of those. I've already been there with my addiction, childhood sexual abuse, and eating disorder, and I am free. I'm not afraid to stand in unity with you. Namaste, Shanti, Sadhu, peace. Take a deep breath. That is just perfect. Peace takes flight around the world. Dove of Peace, Paige Thomas DeHart. Thank you, Paige. Yeah, amazing timing. It's almost like there's a higher power at work. I get to say every day. You have to believe this is Pam Hugans. Thank you, Paige. Off to a beautiful start for the morning here. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall inherit the earth. You have to believe it's possible. Let there be no room for ifs or buts. An unwavering belief is what keeps you moving when progress feels slow and invisible. Let your belief be greater than every obstacle before you. But don't give up on the desire that is deeply rooted in your heart. Acknowledge that you're tired, allow yourself to rest, but don't give up on the desire that is deeply rooted in your heart. What's unfolding is far greater than your doubts or fears. Even now, things are aligning beyond what your eyes can see. That's Katie Kamara. Beautiful wisdom from our brothers and sisters out there, as always. Two sisters. Fantastic channeling here, program from Brian Scott, Reality Revolution from Saint Germain, Daniel Scranton, How to Pray Properly and Receive What You Want. Give that a listen, my friends. Yeah, that's divine timing. Also, Lily Nova, one of our favorite contactees out there, bringing the medicine from the Star Nations, talking about Iran as a stargate that is connected to ascension. Here is Charlotte Emily Rose from India, I believe. She says, with all that is happening, it's a beautiful gathering at night, people standing in a circle, maybe 100 or so. She says, with all that is happening on earth, gatherings like this one are so important and powerful. Let this lift your heart. Together we stood on the shore of the Arabian Sea a few nights ago, in love, unity, and harmony. At least 20 nationalities in the circle. Together we all charged the unity water with love, singing Gra, which is Irish for heart, 3 times. Having charged, is it, or love? Having charged and blessed ourselves with it. I've only been studying Irish for 226 days. I don't know what the word for love is yet. I think it's gra. Having charged and blessed ourselves with it, each person then offered a rose to the ocean with their personal prayer as we poured the unity water into the sea. Let the ripples of love restore divine flow throughout the earth and the heart of all. Love.
It's a really powerful word. So, on the count of three, we're all turning. 1, 2.
And now let's give it everything. So this quarter has got all of your love. That's so beautiful. So now if we could pick up a rose or two each. Pick up some roses, and you could give them to someone else. Tomorrow. And now what we'll do is I'm just going to infuse a bit more of the really potent unity water into it.
Okay, beautiful. Charlotte Emily Rose, my friends, making it happen out in the big world. Beautiful. Here's a quote from Rumi, who's come roaring back with the passing of Coleman Barks. Saw some great Robert Bly videos over the weekend, as they tend to pop up together in the algorithm. Rumi, love is an endless act of forgiveness. Forgiveness is an endless act of love. One more time. Love is an endless act of forgiveness. Forgiveness is an endless act of love. Take a deep breath. I got to do John Cully's spiritual retreat. I think it's number 44. And it was really powerful, really lovely, very magical. He had me play Leonard Cohen's anthem, "The Crack is Where the Light Gets In," on my new iPhone from Leonard Cohen's last tour. That's how we closed out the circle, 20 of us standing in the church, having meditated and prayed and talked about how to do the work. Candace Coe, beautiful picture here. Sideways posted photo of a woman's arm touching the water, creating ripples, concentric circles. She says, had a moment the other day when I quite literally isolated and snapped out of a really old pattern of mental looping. I can't tell you how excited I was to see it and decide to consciously change it, to no longer feed it and have it play out in my world through my unconscious energizing of it. It was like finding a splinter inside me and carefully pulling it out, and the inflammation along with it. I was not even looking for it, is the thing. I was just following the flow, and there it was, sticking out like a sore thumb. Healing happens when we are moving in the right direction within ourselves and backing it up with choice and action. Sometimes we don't even have to go looking for it. It comes looking for us. You can create the type of internal environment that works for you without you even needing to work. It's like an extension of the immune system. Candace, go, take a breath. Picture of the Dalai Lama, pray for the peace of the world. Om Mani Padme Hum. I do have Oren's peace meditation. I think we will probably do that this morning. Claudio Murgan, my dear brother, Moment of Truth. I'm on this afternoon with Philip Rolls, my South African brother, and another contactee, catching up with Philippe. And might be on with Yananda tomorrow, we'll see. Great interview here with Ann Tucker and our brother Amrit, the astrologer. And the message is, it's already begun. I'm talking about the great rift, the great flash of light, the solar flash, and the ascension, what it looks like, how it's working, and preparing us for more. If you're not feeling it, I doubt you'd be tuning in here, honestly. I feel it more powerfully every day. It's confusing, overwhelming, and thrilling in equal measure. Honey Borden. So just the context here, I know Honey through Michael Abramson, her husband, because Michael did some amazing prayer work around Hurricane Helena that drew me into it because of my buddy Dan Watson in Asheville, I think is how that all goes together. And Michael, God bless him, with a little help from his friends, turned a Category 6 hurricane into a 1. And he and Anahata Halliwell and others were on the beach working the prayer magic. So Michael got my full attention and respect. And then Honey did an amazing interview of her near-death experiences with Elliot, Next Level Soul, or Alex. Yeah, Alex Ferrari. So here's Honey's message, because Honey is from Iran. And as we know, the leader of Iran, who'd been playing that role for 47 years, seems to have been killed, along with dozens of school children and other horrible things over the weekend. She says, best day to be Iranian and claiming the return of our voice and the start of the generational hearts that are ready to be restored after 47 years. So grateful to have experienced this day with my cousins, Michael Abramson in the nation's capital in Georgetown, walking on M Street. Thank you, America. I know so many have questions and are concerned, and you have every right to feel that way. Instead of looking at the news, call an Iranian person and ask directly, not an Islamic Republic individual, but an actual Iranian. They will inform you that today is a salvation for us, as it is not a way with Iran, but an end to harm against Iranian people for 47 years that came to its finality. This is what we are celebrating, as the rise of the divine feminine started this movement, as no Iranian women will be silenced any longer. Reverend Hani, I am that I am. Hallelujah. May it bring peace and justice. And God bless all the souls that have had to pay the ultimate price. It's a powerful time. Here is an amazing quote from Nisargadatta Maharaj. His book is I Am That. He says, the witness, this is one of the most well-known mystics of 20th century India. I've not read his book, but I've heard the quotes often enough to respect his wisdom. He says, the witness is not a thing. It cannot be seen because it is what sees. You may object that the observer is just another thought watching thoughts. That argument fails. Any thought about observing is itself observed. you can notice the idea, I am the witness. Therefore, that idea is not the witness. Push this far enough and all mental positions fall apart. What remains is not a concept, but bare awareness. It cannot be reduced to a mental object, because every mental object appears within it. In other words, Jim Carrey told the story of working with Eckhart Tolle's material, and Eckhart Tolle, and he said, I was watching my thoughts in meditation, and then I asked, who is it that's watching? The witness. And then he had the opening. So that beautiful noise is Bhikkhu Parakamu and Aloka the Peace Dog at Namo Buddhahe, I believe back in Sri Lanka, celebrating his victory of the Walk for Peace with a beautiful audience there and some lovely music. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, so that's where we started here with our sister saying she's been looking for a connection to the world of consciousness that Brother Bhikkhu has introduced to us and his fellow monks in their 108-day walk, 2,300 miles across America, ending up in Washington, D.C., that was celebrated by millions of people, maybe billions, around the world. Zachary Fisher, my friends, how we doing? Excellent. The words you speak become the life you live. This is it. This is what Annie and I are telling each other every day. It's, what does Ivor Cummings say? It's all to play for, my friends. You can have the life you've always dreamt of, but you've got to focus on having that and not be lost in the illusion of duality over and over again. You got to be focused like a laser beam. And here's Zachary saying the same thing. He says, I used to think things like affirmations were just positive thinking, something people said to make themselves feel better. But the more life I live, the more I realize something simple and powerful. The direction of your life often follows the direction of your thoughts. Most people wake up already expecting problems, already expecting stress, already expecting something to go wrong. And when that's the mindset you start the day with, your mind looks for proof all day long that life is hard. But when you wake up and decide, today can be good, today can be different, today can bring something I didn't even know was possible, you start opening doors that were always there. You just weren't looking at them. I'm not talking about pretending life is perfect. We all have challenges. We all have days that hit harder than we expected. But there's a real shift that happens when you stop assuming the worst and start allowing the possibility of the very best. Good people can come into your life. Good opportunities can show up out of nowhere. Good health can return. Good times can happen again, even after seasons that felt heavy. Sometimes the change doesn't start outside of you. It starts with what you allow yourself to believe is possible. So today, instead of expecting the same old story, try expecting something better. Not because life owes you anything, but because you're finally ready to receive what's been waiting for you all along. Take a deep breath. All right. There's Chase Iron Eyes from Lakota Law Project. There's Medina from Arise Humanity. There's the wonderful film with Robert Bly, 1,000 Years of Joy. This was such a feast for me. I really love Bly, and I've talked about him many times. The poet, he's passed on this last year or so at 94, I think. Lived a good, long life, but what a genius of the spirit. And bringing in the indigenous cultures of the world and bringing Kabir and Rumi to the modern world, along with inviting Coleman Barks to do the same. And William Stafford, there's one of the two of them and their friendship there, which is really lovely. I watched that yesterday. But 1,000 Years of Joy is a very intimate portrait of Bly's life and work with every detail. And it's a pleasure. So check that out, Robert Bly. Well, you'll hear more from Robert, I'm sure, recently, in the near future. He's lit me up again. Lesson 224, The Course in Miracles. God is my Father, and he loves his son and daughter. My true identity is so secure, so lofty, sinless, glorious, and great, holy, beneficent, and free from guilt, that heaven looks to it to give it light. Let's have that again. My true identity, are you feeling it? My true identity is so secure, so lofty, sinless, glorious, and great, holy, W-H, holy, beneficent, and free from guilt, that heaven looks to it to give it light. You light up heaven, your true self. It lights the world as well. It is the gift my Father gave to me, the one as well I give the world. There is no gift but this that can be either given or received. This is reality, and only this. This is illusion's end. It is the truth. And the prayer. My name, O Father, still is known to you. I have forgotten it, and do not know where I am going, who I am, or what it is I do. Remind me, Father, now, for I am weary of the world I see. Reveal what you would have me see instead. Take a deep breath. Is that not the top of the mountain, my friends? Glorious. Abraham, you, on the leading edge of thought, are here, enormously, creatively involved. There's something so satisfying about asking and deliberately aligning your energy and deliberately finding the familiar feeling of that and then seeing it manifest. Let's have that again. You, on the leading edge of thought, are here enormously creatively involved. There's something so satisfying about asking and deliberately aligning your energy and deliberately finding the familiar feeling of that and then seeing it manifest. It's all a dream, my friends. Let's dream a dream of happiness, peace, and joy. Eileen Caddy for the 2nd of March. Happy March, everyone. Many souls talk about faith, but fail to live by it. Those same souls talk about loving me, but do not know the first thing about love. It is a waste of time talking about loving someone you have not seen when you are incapable of loving those souls you have all around you and who need your love, wisdom, and understanding. First, learn to love those souls whom I have placed in your immediate surroundings. Then you will know what it means to love me truly. Why grope your way through life when all you have to do is to stride firmly through it in faith and confidence, knowing that I am with you. Here I am, holding out to you all my good and perfect gifts, but if you will not accept them, you cannot benefit from them. Freely I give them to you, freely you have to accept them, and then use them wisely for the benefit of the whole. W-H-O-L-E. Take a deep breath. Sister Eileen, the Sermon on the Mount, every time. The Awakened Souls Collective, Stan Smith. God is a fifth-dimensional mind, and everything, including you, is an integral part of God's mind and the reflection. The light is shining through all of humanity. Please look within. Full resolution starts with you and not projecting outwards. Do not worship God as a being you cannot live up to. You are worthy of life. You exist. You are not separate from God. You are above nothing, nor below anything. All is equal. Love is all you need. Take a deep breath. Sounds like a song lyric. Yeah, the Beatles have been showing up quite a bit in my movie these days, which is lovely. I watched the new documentary Man on the Run about Paul McCartney starting over after the Beatles broke up in his little Mull of Kintyre, his little island in corner of Scotland, and his farm with the sheepdog and the horses and the goats and the sheep, and the wife and the kids and all that, you know, playing his little acoustic guitar. Fantastic. And then I came across a really excellent, no kidding, 3-hour documentary about the life of John Lennon after the Beatles. And I'm about a quarter of the way through that. It was amazing. Really well done. Incredible interviews. So there you go. Katie Kamara, March 1st, 2026. You have to believe it's possible. Let there be no room for ifs or buts. An unwavering belief is what keeps you moving when progress feels slow and invisible. Let your belief be greater than every obstacle before you. Yeah, that's the theme. Acknowledge that you're tired. Allow yourself to rest, but don't give up on the desire that is deeply rooted in your heart. What's unfolding is far greater than your doubts or fears. Even now, things are aligning beyond what your eyes can see. People are speaking from the top of the mountain here today. It's really powerful. It's really gorgeous. It's really needed, isn't it? Yes. Thank you, thank you. I had Yananda's meditation group for Friday, which I'm absolutely loving, and I'm hoping we'll do another part 3 of our series of interviews about this extraordinary man's amazing life. He is at the top of the mountain. As far as I can see, he's a mystic of great depth and experience who shares that wisdom freely. So Friday mornings, 10 o'clock, O'Donovan's Hotel on the 3rd floor now. We've moved up in the world. Darius J. Wright, out-of-body traveler. This guy is really telling us where we're going very clearly as well. And I was on with Addie Lambourne, along with Annie, on Saturday, which was the 28th, which was the day of the alignment of the 6 planets. And we're in the shadow of the lunar eclipse for tomorrow, 3/3, the blood moon lunar eclipse in Virgo. I'm a Virgo. Yeah, that's a thing. And we are being cleansed to the bone, as Dr. Peebles would say. Absolutely. We're being peeled like a grape, my friends. So you can run, but you can't hide. Give it up, give it over, get on with it. The world needs our peace. Also, where were we? The March 1st. Tonight, the moon is crowned in silver fire, a luminous halo, born as its light bends through frozen crystals, drifting high above the earth. Step outside near midnight, lift your eyes to the sky, and let this radiant ring of light quietly guide your soul tonight. Beautiful. That was last night. The words you speak become the house you live in. Hafiz. This is from Joe Young, Lifting the Veil. Our language is not just sound, it is architecture for consciousness. Every word you repeat lays another brick in the inner house. This is the point of prayer and poetry, indeed. Your mind lives inside. Let me say that again. Our language is not just sound, it is architecture for consciousness. Every word you repeat lays another brick in the inner house your mind lives inside. Another brick in the wall, Roger Waters. From a metaphysical lens, speech is condensed thought energy. It shapes the subtle field around you, attracting experiences that resonate with your dominant narratives. From a scientific lens, repeated phrases literally rewire the brain through neuroplasticity, a word we hear over and over again these days, how the brain shapes itself to support the consciousness that's passing through it. Reinforcing emotional patterns, beliefs, and perceptual filters. Tell yourself you are hopeless, and the brain learns to scan reality for proof, for opportunity. In time, your vocabulary becomes your environment. Guard your words the way you would guard the foundation of your home, because in a very real sense, you are living inside what you say. Take a deep breath. Beautiful. Lovely dance here from Sister Maitreya Wolf, who she and I have been chatting about doing an interview at some point. She's doing a workshop today. What are you ready to let go of in your life in a big way to make space for the deeper truth of your being to flourish? What are you praying out of your way so that something more beautiful can take its place in your being and our world? These metamorphic passages can be uncomfortable, but working with the energies intentionally brings us into center, agency, and power. We are the answer to the riddle of the now. Beautiful. Soul Mojo Dance weaves meditation, movement, sound healing, and heart, sharing into a potent container for expression, experience, and empowerment. And you'll make it complete. Gather your people and let's power up together. Maitreya Wolf. Also a lovely singer-songwriter, and this woman has a lot going on there. Bless you. Looking forward to connecting at some point. My brother and sister David, Maria, and Vivica are, I imagine, having the time of their life in Kenya, Africa. This is David's third trip to Mount Kenya, where he was recognized as the fulfillment of prophecy. No, I'm not making this up. That they've been waiting for something like 500 years, and he was the first white man to be invited to work in their medicine in such a deep and powerful way. So I'm just thinking of David and Vivica and sending them both all my love. So proud of them. Here's another little piece. Yeah, Middle East matters. I was born in an Iranian prison. My parents were held in their jails. My uncles lie in their mass graves. Nothing you can tell me about the crimes of the Iranian regime that I haven't lived in blood and bone. That doesn't mean I want my people bombed, maimed, killed, their homes in ruins. If your vision of liberation comes only through the destruction of innocent lives, then it's not freedom you're after. Sahar Delijani, Iranian author. Yeah. War is peace. Slavery is freedom. You know the drill. George Orwell. Take a deep breath, darlings. The Great Awakening. 2.0 starts March 3rd. Mike Dooley, a rare moment in history and a rare conversation to have together. A one-time 5-week live journey into the biggest questions of our time, and thousands of Notes subscribers are joining us. What's really happening in the world right now? How do we prepare wisely for AI, politics, and rapid disruption? Why do old systems feel like they're unraveling, and what's being revealed? How do we stay grounded and emotionally steady during massive change? How do we break anxiety and overwhelm and return to real inner peace? What is our purpose right now, and what are we here to do? How do we take aligned action towards our dreams without full certainty? How do we stay awake, present, and empowered no matter what happens? Last chance to join begins Tuesday. All right, Mike, thank you. Well, you're just inspiring me to share a few more things here before we wrap up for today. Yeah, those are the themes for sure. Ann Tucker's conversation with Amrit was literally about how to navigate the ascension, and the title of the talk was "It Has Begun," and I believe all of that is true. What Addie Lamborn had us do on Saturday night was the baptism of the waters, and so I told Annie the story. I have the stream right out my front door here in lovely Bandon, and it's part of the Bandon River. There's a big part of the river which is further across town, but my little bit is really a stream. So I climbed down the stairs, something that Charlotte Emily Rose suggested I do many months ago, and the slippery stairs in the twilight with my empty jar, and got some lovely spring water from Mother River, and took it back up and played the music Maravati, which is the song of the mother, according to Addie, and under the full moon, the waxing moon, and said my prayers of peace, and bless Mother Earth, asked the light to return and the darkness to leave. It was the blessing, and then came back. I wasn't sure. Addie is Addie's a little confusing sometimes. So we did a thing with her on Wednesday because she dropped an email for that the night before, so I knew that it was coming, and Annie had to remind me it was on, and I got on with her. So in the class on Wednesday to prepare for Saturday, she told us what we needed to do, so I was familiar with that. But then I looked for her. I had loaded the Zoom for Saturday night, not seeing another email that she was for sure coming on that night. So I did the ceremony myself just before 7 o'clock, and then came back in and heard her talking on the Zoom, which I hadn't expected. I wasn't sure she would be there. She was, and so I redid the ceremony sitting here with her, my glass of water from my plastic jug, and blessed my third eye, my heart, and my crown, and then poured the water into one of my house plants, my oak tree that I got from Tim, which is dear to me. So that's my Addie Lamborn story, but how does that connect with everything? Just that in terms of the ascension, Mother Earth and the elementals and spirit, the door is open wide, my friends, is the truth of it. And we are being asked to really tune into our environment and take dominion, would be Lazarus's phrase, for the kind of life that we want to live. Now, that reminds me, thank you, God, of recommending Tori Coder-Robles, Patricia's daughter's meditation, which dropped Friday or so, which I did yesterday. I did in 2 parts. I listened to the introduction a day or 2 earlier, and then did the meditation itself, which is only about 8 minutes long. But that is also part of the theme of this time, which is, let me just open my phone here, the life we truly desire. So again, like Brian Scott sharing Saint Germain, How to Pray and Receive What You Want, Tori Cotter-Robles and her meditation, Living the Life You Desire, is excellent as well. So, yeah, on and on it goes. Anything else? DVL's great group on Thursday night. Well, here's what I want to celebrate. That usually I have about 150 hits, 100 hits, 80 hits for morning poems and prayers. Didn't I get 680 hits from Thursday's MPP? My goodness. How did that happen? Thank you very much. I have no idea how that's happened, but I'm, of course, delighted. I'm not going to have time to do the peace meditation, I'm realizing, but I will repost it to the top of the page and recommend that we get on the stick and do some peace meditations here, my friends, because the world is needing that love and that guidance. All right, I think that might just do it for this morning. It was so great to play The Birds They Sang at Break of Day, Start Again, I heard them say. Don't dwell on what has passed away or what is yet to be. The wars, they will be fought again. The holy dove, she will be bought again, and bought and sold and bought again. The dove is never free. Ring the bells that still can ring. Forget your perfect offering. There is a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in. So you and I are how the light gets in, my friends, yeah? Our holy crack, pardon the expression, is what Mother, Father, God is asking us to open up and share with the world. All our beautiful brokenness, all our imperfect perfection. Here's what the prayer was for, you can do this any day of your life. Get your spring water, pray over it, bless your chakras with the water, and then say a prayer and pour it onto Mother Earth. This is the prayer that Addie shared with us. Ready? I pour these living waters of Divine Mother upon this land in sacred planetary baptism. May the love of God awaken everywhere. May the light of God be made manifest everywhere. May all impurities dissolve now and eternally. Let earth be renewed in your living love, light. Let's do that 2 more times. I pour these living waters of Divine Mother upon this land in sacred planetary baptism. May the love of God awaken everywhere, May the light of God be made manifest everywhere. May all impurities dissolve now and eternally. Let earth be renewed in your living love, light. And last time, best time. I pour these living waters of Divine Mother upon this land in sacred planetary baptism. May the love of God awaken everywhere. May the light of God be made manifest everywhere. May all impurities dissolve now and eternally. Let earth be renewed in your living love and light. Take a deep breath. All right, I'm going to channel here for you. Thanks for being here. Please share this video. Support Morning Poems and Prayers by checking out the links below. And you can subscribe to me on Substack. Close your eyes, turn within, take a deep breath. All right, God bless you, dear friends. Once more, a pleasure, a joy, a privilege, dear friends. God bless you. Feel the love and light of all that is flowing through you and to you. That which is within you is now present everywhere around you. Take a deep breath. Your world is a reflection, and you are the sun of your universe, dear friends. And as the light in your life, you are learning, remembering, realizing that your heart is the seat of the soul, dear friends. The spark of light that has drawn you like a lover to their beloved into Mother Earth in this lifetime of lifetimes. Onto Mother Earth, dear friends, to stand your ground and to shine your light and to share your love and to be the inspiration and the example of what you believe is important in life. Prayers for peace, creativity, compassion, mercy, responsibility, integrity, courage, forgiveness, understanding, hope, humor, generosity, commitment, joy, freedom, and peace. Peace is the presence of infinite possibilities. Peace is the ground upon which the seed of desire is planted with the water of love and the light of creation. Peace is the center of all beings. And it is that home to which you return lifetime after lifetime, every day, every night, in your prayers, in your meditation, in your contemplation, in your rest. Peace is your power, dear friends. To hold that, to know that, to nurture that, to care for that and to care about that. When you are upset, you've lost your peace. When the world is upset, your peace is challenged. Peace and love are our stock in trade, dear friends, as your higher self, soul, and spirit, your guides, guardians, teachers, and friends. We're not upset, dear friends. We're not fighting. We're not in fear. We're not dishonest or deceptive. We're in peace, dear friends. And you, as an extension of our peace, you as an extension of our love, you as an extension of the love and light of all that is, of the Creator and of creation, in this illusion of separation, you shine your light and share your love and bring your peace, and you open the door of the heart for all to remember who they are and the commitment you have to each other, dear friends. There are no others. It is one world, one heart, one light, one love, one peace, that the individual accepts and embraces or rejects and resists. And in that dance, dear friends, is history made, is the story written, is the idea lived. The hero's journey, dear friends, is so vitally important to the story of humanity because it is the evolution of your seemingly separate consciousness back into the oneness of all working together for good, of all caring for each other fully and freely, of the tribe honoring everyone, from the youngest to the oldest, from the strongest to the weakest, with their gifts, talents, and abilities, with their shadow and fears and doubts. This is your time, dear friends. You're sensing it, you're seeing it, you're hearing it, you're feeling it. The more deeply and the more fully you can fill your cup with peace, open the door of your heart to love and to light and to joy and to freedom, the greater your influence and impact can be upon a world hungry and thirsty for wisdom and knowledge. There is only one path, and each person walks their own version of that hero's journey, moment by moment. When you realize that you are a spiritual being in a human experience, you've opened the door of your heart, you've opened the light of your mind, and you've opened the will of your higher self to true freedom. Be the peace. Shine your light. Share your love. Do what you can with what you have to be who you are and be free. Feel the love and light of peace embrace you, surround you, uplift you, and bring you home to love. Peace and blessings. Namaste. Thank you. Wee! Oh. I hope that's helpful. Thank you again for whoever is sharing this to so many people. I'm very, very grateful. And if I can help you, please reach out to me. There's a lot of great events happening tomorrow for the 3rd. And it's a pleasure to be on this journey here with you. Be good to yourself. You're a gift from God. Peace and blessings. Namaste. Peace.